Hi everyone, good morning from Vienna. Welcome to our channel, Making It in Austria. My name is Adela Mejtijanic, and today I have a great pleasure to talk to Nina Dedic from Salzburg, who is currently a product owner at the company called Wüstenrot. And it's my pleasure to hear your story, Nina, to welcome you to our channel. And please introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello Adela, hello everyone, and thank you for this invitation, and thank you for that I can be a part of this project. My name is Nina Dedic, I'm 39 years old, I'm married and a mother of one child. My son is 9 years old. I live and work in beautiful city of Salzburg, and this is my 21st year here. Wow. On October the 2nd, I celebrated my 20th anniversary of living in Salzburg. After finishing high school, gymnasium in Bosnia and Herzegovina, I came to study in Salzburg and I stayed till now. Mm-hmm. As you said, I work as a product owner, and in this role, together with my team, I am responsible for transforming customer needs into valuable software products. And one thing I have to say at the beginning, opinions, views that I expressed in this interview are solely of my own and do not express the views or opinions of the company I work for.
Mm. Thank you, Nina, for joining us today. You said so many things in 2 sentences, and I immediately have like 5 questions to ask you. But since this is a channel for the audience that is considering, so let's say considering to move to Austria, coming from abroad, but you yourself came here like 20 years ago. So you
Yeah, I was 19 years old back then.
So how was it? Back then? So what do you see as a big change? So I know that you have probably friends or family who is now moving also somewhere from Bosnia to mm-hmm. Austria. So what differences do you see? So how do you see it?
Well, it is probably much different now to move from somewhere to Austria or to somewhere else than back then. There was no internet 20 years ago as we have it now. It was really challenging, and I would say I would lie if I said it was easy. But I must say it was easier for me than for my brother, who came in 1997 to Austria. He always wanted to study computer science, and Salzburg University was one of the first universities to offer this study program as a really separate program at the university. And our mother saw this information in a TV show, Alps, Danube, Adria. And that's how the journey started. First for my brother, and after that also for me.
So you both studied computer science?
Yes, we both
studied. The same department?
At the same department, yes.
Oh,
yes.
Same university, oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. I had luck to start 3 years later, because that was the point when bachelor and master studies were introduced, because he had to study really 5 years to become to achieve a degree. And for me, it was a little bit easier to get the first degree, the degree of a bachelor. Back then in year 2000, I had to make decision. I was the best student of my generation, and of course, for me, the next step was university. Mm-hmm. And I must say, I never dreamed about studying computer science. I was dreaming about studying journalism or English language and literature and so on. But my family thought, no, that is not something that you can become independent and you can achieve stable income. So we would like you to study something that will bring you these things, that you can be an independent woman, that you can have your own income, and we know that you are safe, so they don't have to worry about my future. So they gave me two options to study dentistry in Croatia, because my parents also moved that year from Bosnia to Croatia, to the seaside, or to study computer science, as my brother did in Salzburg. And so I chose computer science and came to Salzburg.
Wow, your parents must be proud of you, Nina. And
yeah,
I think you're proud of them as well, because what I hear is like 20 years ago, they recognized, so they were really, thinking so way ahead, and especially for women, making sure that you have a stable income, as you said, that you can, work from wherever you want, decide for your career, for yourself, because there's so many opportunities. Once you study computer science, there were so many options. And for your parents to see that 20 years ago, that's a real success.
Yeah. And as I said, my brother was really supportive. So from the first semester, I really started from the first semester. I didn't have to learn German, because I learned German at school. And at the university, they preferred actually books in English, because at that moment, the translations were not that good in German. Okay. And also professors and other assistants were also supportive, because I was able to answer in English at the moments when I was not able to express myself in German. But I really wanted to learn German. And before the lecture, I would take the script and read it, and I prepared something. Those were my companions back then.
I recognize those ones. My brother had them as well. Yeah.
So today it is much easier to learn language. Back then I had to search for the word. Yeah. And I really wanted to learn the language, and I used every chance to speak in German, and to write in German. I read a lot of books, and that's how also I got better and better in German. But this was really great. Thanks, many thanks to my professors, who may maybe watch this video sometimes, because they understood the situation, and they were ready to switch to English at any moment, and I was able to write in English.
Now I better understand you when you talk so fondly about Salzburg.
Okay,
I can hear that you have been supported from the very beginning. That the environment at the university was very supportive, so you could express yourself. It was, and you felt from the very first day that you belong there. So
I felt accepted from the very first day. Maybe because it is a small department back then. It was the first year. They got about 100 new students. Earlier they didn't have such huge numbers, but it was the year 2000 where a lot of young people wanted to study computer science, and in Salzburg. And maybe because of that, I don't know, but I was really accepted, and I felt that way from the first day.
May I ask how many women were studying together with you?
Only 10, I think. And I think about 5 from them finished a master degree. Some of them finished bachelor, and several gave up, so to say. They didn't feel like they want to finish this. They switched to some other studies.
So
there were not very, very many women. No.
So you and I met through different initiatives, like Women in Tech, IT Girls. Actually, that's where we met, through the IT Girls from Sarajevo. And we share this, you and I, we share this story of being the only woman, or like few women in the room at the university, later on during work, in your job. So how do you go around this? I know that you have been involved in different initiatives. So thanks to you and few professors from Salzburg, I had the opportunity to meet other women in IT from Salzburg. So I see that you're very active and very supportive. So where do you get the support, and how do you share it back to the community?
Well, I never thought about that I'm going to be like a minority and belong then to minority of female students when I come to the university. And I didn't see it as negative as that, because I was convinced I can do anything that a man can do, especially when it comes, of course, I cannot do some specific jobs, but when it comes to the intellectual work, when it comes to brain work, then I was convinced this is something, this is my part of my mindset. And that's how I didn't have a negative feeling about that, and being only one female student in the room. And these topics do not come to be discussed. These topics are not discussed at the university. Like, you go there and you get the information you need. You have to think about the subject, about the current subjects, and about topics that are presented there. And this topic was never discussed. So it was, I don't know. It is just about the mindset, I think. So I never felt this way. When I told somebody in Croatia or in Bosnia I'm studying computer science, nobody was surprised. So they said, great, do you have a great future? This is really something that will be needed in the future. And in Austria, I heard then other reactions. Wow, you are studying computer science, a woman studying computer science. So I was like, yes, what is so? I don't know. I think because of the past, because maybe of Yugoslavia, because we also lived in this time, and it was like women were equal with the men. So we learned that this was something for me that was just part of me, and yeah, like, okay, I'm the only one. It's okay. And yeah, but with the time, when you just say it, okay, I'm studying, it's nothing, it's not a big deal, then it was also okay. And it also was accepted by the people that I met here. So I think nowadays it is not more surprising anymore that there are women in tech and women in computer science. But I think it is necessary that young people get to know these role models, that they get the information about women, because we are not presented that much. We do our work, and like, we do not like to present us to the audience, to the broader audience.
So many interesting points, Nina, what you said, and I agree with you. So I studied in Bosnia and Herzegovina, in Sarajevo, and I had over 50% of women within my department, so within my specialization in telecommunication. But when I moved here to Austria, and when I went to the technical university, it was a big surprise. So they were like looking at me, and I was, I don't, I wanted to study, it's not like someone made me to go and study this or forced me in a way to study this. I was like, as you said yourself, very ambitious. We have a similar story. My brother studied as well at the technical university, but I decided to go telecommunication, and he was doing different other department, other specialization. I said, like, now we have to have difference, it's in our family. So he's into electricity, I'm into communication. So we split that part. And as you said yourself, nowadays it's about the brain power. It's about understanding the world around yourself. It's not basically heavy lifting. What you said. And it's about, give me, and it, as well at university in Sarajevo, we didn't talk much about that. We didn't talk about, why, for instance, now if I look back, it's like, okay, why did we only have one female professor or two female professors? When you start thinking about it, if you go a little bit back, and it's like, okay, why were there only one or two and everyone else is not? So, and as well, then you move into the corporate world, and then you start looking. So at some point, of course, at the beginning, you are eager to learn. You want to, master your responsibility, and then you start looking around. Okay, who are the people? So what's the next? You always what's the next? So, and where are those role models? So I think you had great role models through your life. In your family, and myself as well had a great role models within our family who didn't think, there's something I cannot do. There was, give me the task, and I'll focus. Yeah.
Nobody talked about it. That is,
yeah.
And that's something, yeah.
Can you tell us, Nina, for in Salzburg, which initiatives? I think we said there's some initiatives for women in IT. There are different ones.
There are some initiatives. I'm taking part in the Society of Women Engineers at Fachhochschule Salzburg. So we meet regularly, and we also invite successful women from IT or from other parts of engineering, doesn't matter, just to tell their stories and to show young students that what can happen after finishing the studies, because when you go to the university, you live in a bubble, and you are in a secure environment. As I said, I never felt bad or something like that because I'm a woman. And but also to learn about different career paths that you can take after finishing the studies. It is beautiful to study. I mean, of course, there are exams and so on, but it is a beautiful part of your life. But after that, you have to go to work. And one more initiative, it is available for all, for female and male students, that we have here is study work program, where students can work like 10 hours a week in a company and study. They get paid for these 10 hours, but they get insight in work life during the studies. This is something I didn't have back then. I did have a trainee program for 3 months, something like that. But this is really a great opportunity just to get the feeling, what is it like to work in a company, and to start. You have a start when you finish your studies.
I think that's great to have the understanding, so what is coming and what opportunities are available before you finish your studies.
You get ready for the life after the university.
Nina, about your job, so you're a product owner. So what excites you about being a product owner? So what, you wake up in the morning and say, this is the one thing I want to focus today.
What I like about this job is translating. because, as I said, I wanted to study English, literature and language and all other possible languages, probably. And that was also the point at the university where I really started to love computer science. It was during software engineering, where the professor was our customer, and we had to interview him, and we had to find out what he really wants, what kind of a software system we students have to implement, and we had to design it. And this discovery process is something I really like. And in this role, as a product owner, I really found this this fulfillment, because in this role I really have to talk, I have to interview my customers, I have to find out what should be really the right solution for them, what are their wishes, what is technically possible, and I have to transfer all these wishes and requirements to the development team. So it is about translating, it is about organizing, structuring, coordinating, and that's what I really, really like to do. I'm not like a real only technical type who really wants to code something, to program. I really like this communication with other people.
That's great. That you
and that's
find a
what
way
makes
to,
me happy.
Mix
all
it
the
both,
day.
right? To bring your, what you wanted to study at the beginning, and then as well, the technical
Hello?
side.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear
We
you.
had.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Also. Yeah. It was just my observation that you found a way to bring it together. So it's not that like you had to forget one side of yourself, but you can bring all sides.
Both sides, yes.
To the work. So I think that's pretty exciting, and that's what as well for me in our field, it's so exciting because you can do so many things. If after 2 years you say, okay, I really want to try something new out, there are so many varieties. So you can say, okay, I will do another course or whatever. You'll talk to people and see what really interests you, and you can start.
Yeah, you have to be ready to continuously learn.
Yeah.
The main advice is just learn. never stop learning. Then.
But you and I are geeks, so I hear that we are the nerds. So it's like always, you cannot imagine your world without a book or a new course or webinar or like what is happening outside. So I think for us, it's somehow in the DNA. So it's natural that you.
Yeah.
And if you are in our industry as you said yourself, it's a must.
It's a must. Definitely, it's a must.
It's not possible that you make progress or you just finish the studies and that's it.
No.
The work starts and continues.
No.
But this is. But before we wrap up, Nina, so I wanted to ask you about, of course, as I ask all of my guests, so what are they reading, and how people can get in touch with you? So I would like to know from you.
Currently, I'm reading the book called The Phoenix Project, and it is about IT organizations. It is about DevOps. They have a project that goes down and they try to find a new way of organizing the people, and it is a novel. It is not like a technical book, but it is a novel. And this is for the first time I have it on my on my phone. It is for the first time that I read a book in a digital format, a whole book, because I'm a person.
Me
that
too.
Really likes
paper,
the paper book, and I don't know. I think I'll go back to the paper books after finishing this book.
Do you make notes, Nina, on your books because sometimes I'm like afraid this is the masterpiece. I'm not going to make.
I put Post-it, and with this book I make screenshots. This is something. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much time to read, but
Yeah.
I really like to read, and I read every evening before going to sleep. And people can reach me through LinkedIn. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Nina. Thank you so much. It was a great pleasure. I think to hear your stories from the beginning, then from the corporate world, being a product owner, to what you read, and to hear that it's as you said, it's mindset. It's possible to bring all these things that you want to have in life under one umbrella, and I think it is a beautiful story. It rounds it up.
Yes, you need to focus, and sometimes you do not get what you wanted, but you get what you needed.
Oh, perfectly said. That's so beautiful. That's really nice. Thank you, Nina, for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for listening. It was a great pleasure. Thank you for joining for the Making It Austria channel. Every week we bring a new exciting special story, special guest to tell their stories. And I'm really honored to have all these amazing people joining us. Thank you for that. Have a great day, and new stories coming soon. Thank you.